What is going on YouTube? Hit I'm back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP, the current coin market cap, and Bityard. In today's video specifically, I do want to talk about a couple of different things. So we are actually starting to see a very big reversal in most of the cryptocurrencies here in the space. As you guys remember from yesterday's episode, we started to see, as the S&P 500 see a massive decline in price right there. We saw Litecoin see a massive reversal. We saw Bitcoin see a massive reversal. Practically every cryptocurrency is starting to see some form of reversal or correction in its price. So I do want to give you guys my personal thoughts and opinions on the market and kind of figure out exactly what's going on and where we plan on going in the near future. So if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. This does help support the YouTube algorithm, and remember to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, so I'm here on my channel, and as you guys can see, I'm just going to do a quick refresh. So yesterday's video, I did talk about that the XRP, XRP, Ripple, and Bitcoin are actually dropping and why we are falling at that. This was with due reason and good reason, as the rest of the market started to see some sort of ascending triangle formation. You can see right here clearly drawn out even on Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies. But specifically, if we look at Bitcoin right now, you can see what exactly it was forming. Yes, now I did say a couple of days ago that there was filling the gap that was needed. It was about right here when I started talking about it. So we did need to fill the gap. We had a beautifully drawn uptrend, and we had a beautifully drawn resistance, that top band neckline. And as you guys can see, we very nicely and easily retested the bottom support here, broke back up to the top resistance, and then, fell lower, much lower to be exact. But with triangles like this, we always look at a few things. We know that if we close a candle above this resistance, then we know we're in a good incline to potentially head higher. But we also discussed that if we close a candle below this resistance, which we did right here, there's a good chance a reversal could come and we could capitalize off the movement. Now notice majority of these markets were overbought. A lot of the cryptos were overbought, and we were starting to kind of worry as we anticipated rejection or a reversal, as being overbought usually anticipates some sort of needed correction to potentially head up even higher. So I am refreshing Bitcoin. Hopefully it loads. We shall find out. I'm going to refresh it like this. But otherwise, most of these cryptocurrencies did have some sort of movement that was needed. I mean, I'm not even going off the S&P 500, whether or not that was invested or involved in the movements. I just want to pull this up really quickly. So you can see Bitcoin right here on the weekly. There we go. There was a few reasons as to why this dip happened, the resistance that we saw. Mainly it was looking at the weekly. A lot of the weekly charts that we were looking at and watching started to hit the top bend. We were starting to hit overbought. You can see clearly on the RSI, the relative strength indicator on Bitcoin, we were hitting this top resistance. And I said with due term, there's a very high chance we are going to see a reversal, as this is a very, very, very strong immediate resistance. We can clearly see at the top here, we are starting to have resistances being met, and the fact we're starting to see this kind of top end start to dip a little bit lower, it was usually an incline of a reversal pattern happening. That is exactly what happened, and we did actually drop in price. Now, I would like to see how low we go. It's going to be very interesting to mock that up due to the fact that we did break out of a massive symmetrical triangle on Bitcoin. But I do want to talk about a few other things now. How do we profit off of movements like this? Where exactly are we headed? Moving long term, that's kind of where I'm now trying to figure out. Hopefully you guys, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, I guess relevant to the movements right now, you can leave them down in the comments below. But I mean, it's only been 2 days really since the big drop, and we're kind of figuring out exactly what's happening. You could saw the immediate ripple effect. We bounced a little bit higher, and now we consolidated lower, but we are right now on XRP hitting our bottom support. So in regards to watching the market and seeing that there was a downtrend, if I was to say how much lower you're going to go, I would ultimately side with the moving average right here. So to me, this looks like a bottom. Ethereum looks like it has a little bit longer to go, but Ethereum, on the other hand, has been trading very, iffy the past couple of days. The daily looks okay. We finally retested the moving average right here, this moving average bottom support. And then Litecoin has also been doing the same, as it actually managed to break below here. It actually was not able to hold on to this moving average right here, and we consolidated lower, corrected lower. But looking at the other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which is now retesting oversold on the markets instead of overbought on the daily, and looking at Ethereum and XRP, which are also retesting its bottom support, this moving average right here, it makes me think that we may have hit a bottom. This may be the bottom support we've been waiting for. This does look like an uptrend. It does look like we are actually, done battling that resistance just for right now, and we may start to weave back into a more stable sideways or even uptrend in that fact. It was just very coincidental that I found that the markets were starting to dip downwards and correct lower at the same exact time we saw massive tech companies sell off their positions and the S&P 500 started to drop. So I don't know if causation always has to, or correlation has to do with causation, but to see the S&P 500 drop on the monthly and then to see the other cryptocurrencies reverse as well does give me signs that they might have been slightly correlated at that reversal. But ultimately we did see the drop here. Now, I mean, there's so many different rumors to think. I don't think that the S&P 500 is directly related to this, even though we did see in February and March a massive drop. And then also in here in February and March, we also saw a massive drop. So whether or not this was correlated almost identical with the S&P 500, it is something we have to think about. And when you look at the S&P 500, you can also consider that we are extremely overextended and we are extremely high up. So it makes us think, are we due to reverse or are we not? And we're just going to play around above this top resistance. Now, yes, we did close the candle above this resistance here. That's new. In 11 years, we've never closed a candle above this resistance, but are we going to continue to break lower? And if we do, is it going to sink and suck the rest of the cryptocurrencies with it as well? That's what we're really trying to find out. So in regards to making trades now, it's definitely going to be a tough one. I mean, this was a little bit easier. It was actually much easier to figure out, but these smaller ones, as to us trading and consolidating on the moving average, it's a little bit harder. So I'm just going to wait right now in regards to trades here. But I mean, ultimately, it's fairly easy if we break below moving average here, if we break below 99.69 on here, or even if we start looking at XRP. XRP looks like an uptrend, so if you guys want to make some sort of educated risk, you could buy into here. I mean, I know we do have this downtrend, which is right here, but it pushed us all the way down to oversold. We're practically at oversold now, and we are hitting this bottom support, so you could play around and, invest in a potential, long position, a small short-term long position. It is slightly of a moderate trade, definitely not a conservative trade, but you could get away with that. Obviously, if you guys were interested in any of my trades, I did link it on my Patreon in the link down below. But very simply, if we wanted to very easily make a trade here, I'd pull up XRP on Bityard, which I have linked in the description down below. And if I wanted to capitalize off this movement, I would, if I wanted to do something small, let's do 25 leveraged by 35. Nope. 25, boom. Leverage 20 times. If we buy long right here, confirm, boom. So our position is met right now. We do have this position in completion. It is, selling right now. And it's ultimately trying to figure out exactly what's going to be happening right now. So specifically, this long was made at 20 times Ripple XRP, exactly where we bought and where we're headed right now. But ultimately, looking at the market, really understanding, looking at XRP as a coin that looks to be doing fairly well, we did consolidate all the way back down, from a point where we were extremely overbought, which was here, to a point that was just slightly overbought. We're now trading all the way back down at 39, and we have managed to retest an uptrend, creating a third completion here. So we may experience a small rally to the upside, and it is very easy to capitalize off of. So I'm going to do the risk. Let's see what happens. I'll update you guys and post you tomorrow exactly what happens with this trade. But if you want to know more about my trades, definitely check out Patreon, link down below. And if you want to check out Bityard, you can check that down below because as you guys know, Bityard does have some very interesting trades happening right now, and Bityard does offer some very cool incentives in regards to the fact that they actually have XRP, Tron, Litecoin, Ethereum, all these altcoins and cryptocurrencies to trade around with, unlike some other exchanges that we've been using. So it is very nice to see that we finally have the option to trade around with with cryptos like this. The fact that I can actually leverage trade XRP for the first time is pretty awesome, especially on a public exchange that, you know, I've tested out, I've liked it, and I wanted to share with you guys. So if you're interested in trading XRP, definitely make sure to check out Bityard, link in the description down below. But otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, guys. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as it does help out the YouTube algorithm. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoVofficial, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.